ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः, स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः, स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Mantra number 11, PDF page 43, Gita Press page number 39. Let's chant the mantra first.
Maji, you can unmute.
Tapashraddeye
तपश्रद्धेये
Hyupasantyaranye
उपवसन्तरण्ये
Hyupavasantyaranye
उपवसन्तरण्ये
Shanta Vidvamsaha
कान्ता विद्वांसः
Bhaikshacharyam Charantaha
वैश्यचर्यां चरन्तः
Suryadvarena te
सूर्यद्वारेण ते
Virajah prayanti
विरजा प्रयान्ति
Yatra mritasaha
यत्रामृतः सः
Purusho hyavyayatma.
पुरुषो ह्यव्ययात्मा
Once again. Tapashraddeye hyupavasantyaranye
तपश्रद्धेये ह्युपवसन्त्यरण्ये
Shanta vidvamso bhaikshacharyaam charantaha
शान्ता विद्वांसो वैश्यचर्यां चरन्तः
Suryadvarena te virajah prayanti
सूर्यद्वारेण ते विरजा प्रयान्ति
Yatramritassa purusho hyavyayatma.
यत्रामृतः स पुरुषो ह्यव्ययात्मा
So, we've been looking at a series of mantras in this particular Dvitiya Khanda of the Prathama Mundaka, where there was an exposition of the nature of karma. Unusual for an Upanishad to talk a lot of time, spend a lot of mantras on karma itself. And so that section is almost ending. This is the last mantra where karma is going to be highlighted again, where karma is going to be the topic of the mantra. And last mantra you saw Ishta Purtam. So we looked at Ishta Purtam. Ishta Purtam defines the life of a Vaidika. Ishta karma, religious karma, Purtam, all karma which is focused towards society and ecology. Purta karma. We saw that. And there it was said that if a person thinks this is the end of it, means this will give me moksha, then the answer is, Upanishad says that you can get better worlds by doing that. But after that, Chine Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti. Here he uses harsh words. Lokam Heenataram Va Vishanti. After the Punya is lost, because money earned will be spent. That's all. After that, we have to earn more money. Like that, more Punya has to be constantly earned. So what you've done by living a life of Ishta Purtam is earn some Punyam. And that's good. That's the life to be led anyway, by the way. Just because the Upanishad says like this, it doesn't mean we stop doing all our karma. No, we have to do what is mandated. No doubt about that. But the Upanishad is meant us to take beyond karma. That is what we saw in the last mantra. Here also, tapashraddhe he upanyasyante.
Always scan this section.
So tapashraddhe he ye upanyasyante. So tapas and shraddha. So here upasanam is being highlighted. Because upasanam is an important part of a life of a Vaidika. And entire America has to come to India to learn meditation, dhyana. And so that whole dhyanam idea comes from our own dharma here. And so tapashraddhe, Shankaracharya will explain all that. And the idea is this. Grahastha's primary duty is karma. Then having done karma, the person graduates to what is called upasanam, and that ashrama is called vanaprastha ashrama. Vanaprastha keep on doing whatever was done in grahastha, not correct. That is why 4 ashramas are there. Then after vanaprastha, sannyas ashrama is meant for jnana. I've grown out of karma, I've done upasanam, so I have a lot of chitta shuddhi, and so I'm ready for this Upanishad. Like that, the idea is there. And so that is being talked about here. Upasakas are being talked about. And he's going to say, Upasakas get even more benefit than the Dharmika Vaidikas who did Ishtam and Purtam. So this is even better, like that Upanishad is saying here. And it doesn't say Yatra Mritaha Sa Purusho Hyavyayatma Surya Dwarena, like that. They go through the Surya Dwaram, means Uttarayana Marga. Shankara will explain all that. And Yatra Amritaha Purushaha Hi Abhyayatma, where the Hiranyagarbha is there. To Brahma Loka also it will take you. Like that, this mantra is saying. Clean. So we have not studied Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda is huge. We have not studied. We are performing karma all right, but we have not studied Karma Kanda. So we don't know all these details about going to Swarga, Punyam taking us to Swarga and things like that. So it is through the Upanishad only we are indirectly learning about Karma Kanda. Correct? And because it is there, therefore that idea is there, and everybody wants a better life. Better life can be here or anywhere else also. So So our Veda is the one, probably the first scripture that talks about Swarga. And so that is being talked about here. Brahmaloka Swarga also talked about here. So let's read the Bhaashyam and understand this mantra. Okay. Am I audible? Yeah,
Yes.
everything is good. All right. Yeah, Ramesh ji. Ye punaha
ये पुनः
tad viparitaha
तद्विपरीताः
ज्ञानयुक्ताः
ज्ञानयुक्ताः
वानप्रस्थाः
वानप्रस्थाः
सन्यासिनः च
सन्यासिनः च
तपश्रद्धेहि
तपश्रद्धेः
तपः
तपः
स्वाश्रमविहितं कर्म
स्वाश्रमविहितं कर्म
श्रद्धा
श्रद्धा
हिरण्यगर्भादिविषया विद्या
हिरण्यगर्भादिविषया विद्या
ते तपश्रद्धे
ते तपश्रद्धे
उपवसन्ति
उपवसन्ति
सेवन्ते
सेवन्ते
अरण्ये वर्तमानाः
अरण्ये वर्तमानाः
सन्तः.
सन्तः.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So, tapashraddhe yehi upavasantyaranye. That first quarter of the mantra. Bhagavan Bhashyakara is explaining now. Ye upavasanti. That is the main fragment here. Those who upavasanti. With those who. Upavasanti means what? Sevante. Sevante means those who are committed to. Those who engage in, predominantly engage in. Those who are devoted to. That's the meaning of upavasanti, sevante. All right. Who are those people? Ye punaha tad viparitaha. In the previous mantra, we talked about Ishtapurta. Ishtapurtam are primarily engaged by Grahastaha. Grahastha, people who are married, and they are the ones who sustain society. They are the ones who have the right to engage in all kinds of activities. Politics also they can engage in. Ecology they can engage in. They can talk about the ozone hole. They can do something about it. Okay, they are the ones who are capable. Brahmacharis are not capable, not qualified. So that's why Ishtaputam tad viparita. In contrast to those people, Grastaha, whom I talked about in the previous mantra, who did Ishtapurtam, now in this mantra, Tad Viparitaha, in contrast, who are Jnana Yuktaha. Jnana Yuktaha, again you have to bring that same idea. What idea? This Jnanam is not Atma Jnanam. This Jnanam is what? This is Upasana. Upasana Jnana. So the Upanishad will seamlessly go back and forth like this. Jnana means it will expect us to understand. This jnana is talking about upasanam. So upasana yuktaha, dhyana yuktaha. Most of the time they spend in parayanam and dhyana. That's what it means. Reduced karma. Reduced karma. Look at that. The same Veda which gives us so much karma says now it's time for you to change your focus. Okay. Jnana yuktaha. Who are they? Vanaprasthaha. Shankaracharya makes it clear for us. Vanaprasthaha. Sanyasinaha cha. What about sannyasis? Yeah, include them also. They also need upasana. They need jnanam all right. They need atmic jnanam all right. But don't write off upasanam. Jnanam is always there in our life. And so, vanaprastaha sannyasinaha cha. Also, vanaprasthas and sannyasis, people who are in these stages of their lives. That is in general, of course. Exceptions are always there. Exceptions mean what? People at a young age also take to upasanam, etc. Let that be. But this is in general. Ye upavasanti. What do these people do? What do they do? Tapashraddhe upavasanti. Tapaha cha shraddha cha tapashraddhe. It's a dual compound. Tapashraddhe. Okay, what is tapaha? Shankaracharya is saying tapaha is equal to swashrama vihitam karma. Karma. It is karma because they are vanaprastaha, especially vanaprastaha. They are not sannyasis. They also have karma. They have to do all the karma that grihasthas did. But some of the karmas can be reduced also. They don't have to. They don't have to be engaged in their families like they used to be engaged before. Okay, attending all marriages all over the place, going here and there, and this one, my great grandnephew, and this, that, like that. They keep on saying, no, no, no. Upanishad says you have to cut down on that. You have to gradually cut down. Find a way to cut it all down. And even certain karmas you don't have to do. All the homas, optional homas I used to do, and those things, now from optional, you make it zero also. Why? Because Upasanam also will give a lot of punyam. So if Upasanam can give you punyam, why do the karmas? Like that idea is there. So swashrama vihitam karma. Whatever has to be done like Shraddha, etc., you must do, keep doing that. Swa ashrama, one's own ashrama. One's own ashrama. Because this mantra is also going to talk about grihasthas. Grihasthas also who do upasanam. Next line it's going to come. Okay. Next line he's going to mention grihasthas. So he's saying here itself, swa ashrama. Whatever your ashrama mandates, that vihitam, mandated karma, that performance of mandated karma is called tapaha, tapaha. All right. What is the other one? Shraddha. Shraddha. Shankaracharya is now explaining Shraddha not as Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha. That is a Vedanta Adhikaritvam definition of Shraddha. But here Shraddha is what? Hiranya Garbhadi Vishaya Vidya. Shraddha in Viveka Chudamani also he defined Shraddha. Okay, I don't remember the verse there. And there also same thing. That Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha. That what the Guru is teaching must be true. It can't be. It is reasonable. It is logical. It has to be true. Like that feeling, that idea in the mind is called Shraddha. There. But here, Hiranya Garbhadi Vishaya Vidya, Jnanam, Upasanam. Okay. What kind of Upasanam? Hiranya Garbhadi Vishaya. The Upasanam whose object of meditation, the meditation whose object is Hiranya Garbhadi, is all Saguna Brahma Upasanam, Hiranya Garbha Adi, Hiranya Garbha, etc. Hiranya Garbha also is an object of meditation, Brahmaji or any other Devata, Adi. So Devata Dhyanam. Okay, Devata Dhyanam is important for us. We have so many Devatas that we can use as the anchor for meditation, for Upasanam. Te tapashraddhe. Te tapashraddhe. Te karma upasanam cha. Te karma upasane tapashraddhe. That is the meaning of tapaha and shraddha. Shankaracharya is saying, ye upavasanti, ye sevante. They devote themselves. That's why the word vanaprastha. You know what word vanaprastha is going to say later. Somewhere I'll say it now. It came to my mind. Vane tishtanti iti vanaprastha. Vane pratishtanti. So those who are, literal meaning is those who are in the forest. Maniprabha gives the right meaning for vana. Vane tishtanti means, he says, let me see if I can find that word. Uh, uh, I will come to it. When it comes to it, I'll let you know. He says, those who are withdrawn from relating with the opposite gender. They are no longer involved in physical relationships. That is what Maniprabha says. That is the meaning of Vanaprastha. Okay, beautiful meaning it is. That is the real meaning, final. And going and sitting in the forest in the middle of lions and tigers, no, that is not what they recommend. That's a foolish thing. That is not intended. We don't have to prove any of that. So, and so Aranya, that's why he says Aranya Vartamanaha Santaha. Oh, here itself I written it down. Maniprabha says, because Aranya means forest, Literal meaning is forest. Aranya, because Upanishad says Aranya. So Aranya means Stri Jana Asankirana Deshe. Maniprabha says. Stri Jana Asankirana Deshe. A place, they use the word Stri because they are addressing men. And so for men, women, obviously. So place where which has no women. Like that he says. Means a place where this physical relationship is not there. That's the idea. Aranya Vartamanaha Santaha.
Could you
Good. So that
repeat
clarifies that point.
Could you repeat that, Guruji? Stri Jane Asanti?
Stri Jana Asankirna Deshe. Asankirna Deshe.
Thank
One word it is. Stri Jana Asankirna Deshe. Where there is not a predominance of the opposite gender. That is the meaning. That idea, the thought of the opposite gender. That is the idea. I've written here a place bereft of women, like that I've written. So you can get the idea there. All right. So Hiranyagarbhadi Vishaya Vidya. All our Upanishads talk about Upasana. Chandogya Upanishad, first 5 chapters are all about Upasana only. Even though it is Upanishad, but it all talks about Upasana. Finally, in the ashram we study the 6th chapter, which is Vedanta. Okay. Taittiriya Upanishad, Upasana is there. Okay.
6, 7, and 8, Paramarthananda teaches.
भूर्भुवस्सुवरिति वा एतास्तिस्रो व्याहृतयः तासामुहस्मैतान् चतुर्थीं. Those who know Taittiriya Upanishad recognize this. Mahachamस्य pravedayate maha iti. So bhurбhuvassuvaha iti. So meditation on bhuhu, bhuvaha and suvaha. That is one type of meditation. Om iti Brahma, Om meditation. Om iti Brahma, Om iti Idagam Sarvam. Om means everything. Om ityetadanukritiha smava apye shravayatya shravyanti. Like this, Taittiriya Upanishad talks about. There is one whole paragraph where it talks about Dhyanam on Omkaraha. Kaivalya Upanishad we saw. What is this? Pranamam chottaranim atmanam aranim kritva pranamam chottaranim. Like that we saw. So there is the upasanam of Omkara, visualizing this kind of a arani mathanam. Okay, all that we saw in Kaivalya Upanishad. So here also Hiranyagarbhadi Vishaya Vidya. All right. Let's read the next part of the Bhaashyam.
Guruji, just a quick observation. Guruji, we hear in all these Puranas and all that the kings and all that, they go along with their queens to Vanaprastha. So that's been the general, even if you see like Dhritarashtra and all those. So bereft of the opposite sex, that may not really work, no, Guruji? I mean, Vanaprastha.
Yeah, exactly. So Vanaprastha is a preparation for sannyasa. preparation for sannyasa. And so they may be going together, but they may be not together. That kind of idea has to be brought in. That has to be brought in. They are not friends. They are not husband wife. Okay, they are friends. Not that's how we should understand that.
Guruji, one more observation here. Shraddha, Hiranyagarbha, the Vishaya Vidya. So the limit of all gatis is Hiranyagarbha. That is also interpretation we can do in this
I
case.
think he's going to say that. He's going to say that. He's going to say that. That limit will come. Samsara Gati. Bhaashyam is there. This Bhaashyam is pretty big actually. So what you said is going to come. Okay? Sateshji. All right. Shantaha.
शान्ताः
Uparata Karanagramaha.
उपरतकरणग्रामाः
Vidvamsaha.
विद्वांसः
Grahastaha cha.
गृहस्थाः च
ज्ञानप्रधानाः
ज्ञानप्रधानाः
इत्यर्थः.
इत्यर्थः.
Yeah. So he's bringing in grahasthas now. Shantaha vidvamsaha. Vidvamsaha, Shankaracharya is saying, include grahasthas also. Include grahasthas. Why exclude them? Yeah, they have more duties. Grahasthas have a lot of duties and they need it. They're full of energy. So they need a lot of karma. And so, if they don't have the karma, they will go crazy. And so, vidvamsaha grahastaha cha. But some grahastaha are jnana pradhanaha. Jnana pradhanaha. They are not that interested in this. They don't have this drive. Killer instinct is not there. What to do? And so, what do? They are thinking about attending classes and this and that. And so they are jnana pradhanaha. They are focused on this, something beyond what karma can get them. And so that is how Shankara is explaining the word vidvamsaha. Literal meaning of vidwan is one who knows something. And so because this jnanam here refers to upasanam, here vidvamsaha means upasana kartaraha. Upasana kartaraha who are grahasthas. Because vanaprastha and sannyasa covered already by the previous words, tapashraddhe. Now coming to vidvamsaha, Shankara is introducing grahastha. And what kind
Guruji,
of...
how to interpret Karan Gramaha?
Yeah, wait, I'm coming to that.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
vidvamsaha. So who are these people? How come grahasthas are into upasanam? Yeah, because they are shantaha. Shanta, Shanta, Shamadamadi, that Shanta, that Sham Dhatu. From Sham you get the word Shantaha. So they are Shantaha. They have Shama. They are Shamavantaha or Shamavantaha. And Uparata Karana Gramaha. Their karana, antakaranam and other karanas, the indriyas are all uparatani. Means uparatam means subdued, under their control. That is the meaning, uparataha. So those who have their sense organs through which they interact with the world are mastered, ityarthaha. So they have the dhamma and shama. Shama and dhamma very much there with these grahasthas. And so we call them as vidvamsaha in this mantra. Grahastaha cha jnana pradhanaha ityarthaha. Okay, next part. The second half of the second quarter. Bhaikshyacharyam charantaha. Shravanaj, unmute yourself, please. Bhaikshyacharyam charantaha.
वैश्चर्याचरन्तः
Parigraham
परिग्रह
abhavat
अभावात्
Upavasanti
उपवसन्ति
aranye
अरण्ये
iti sambandhaha
इति सम्बन्धः
Suryadvarena
सूर्यद्वारेण
Surya upalakshitena
सूर्य उपलक्षितेन
Uttarayanena
उत्तरायेण
Patha
तथा
te
ते
Virajaha
विरजाः
Virajasaha
विरजसः
क्षीण पुण्य पाप कर्माणः
क्षीणपुण्यपापकर्माणः
सन्तः
सन्तः
इत्यर्थः.
इत्यर्थः.
Yeah. So in addition to this Shantaha Vidvamsaha, then he's talking about Bhaikshcharyam Charantaha. Means people who are seeking bhiksha. Seeking bhiksha. But then, so parigraha abhavat, he says. Hey, seeking bhiksha means what? A grahastha cannot ask for bhiksha. In our culture, bhiksha, only a sannyasi can ask for bhiksha. Okay. Grahastha cannot ask for bhiksha. Grahastha has to earn his or her living. That's it, period. You are the person, you have to earn living. If you yourself ask for bhiksha, then where will society go? Okay. Therefore, he says, look at this. Bhaikshcharyam charantaha parigraha abhavat. And because they don't have any possessions, parigraha means possession. They don't have any possessions. Nothing. They don't have anything, therefore they can only ask bhiksha, like that he's saying. But you can't apply that to grahastha, right? Therefore he says, Upavasanti aranye iti sambandhaha. Okay. He says, you connect this to the previous quarter of the mantra. Tapashraddhe yehi upavasanti aranye, right? You put this Bhaikshcharyam Charantaha to that quarter. Don't attach it to Grahasthas, like that he's saying. Yeah, so that's the Vanaprasthaha, Sannyasinaha, he said. So you apply it with Sannyasinaha, you join it, like that he's saying. Upavasanti aranye iti sampantaha. Those people, they are Bhaikshcharyam Charantaha. They are the ones who are qualified to ask for bhiksha. Okay. So that's what is said here. And now, parigraha. We saw that in Bhagavad Gita. Where did we see it?
Aparigraha. We saw in 13th chapter values, no?
Aparigraha, correct. We saw that. The tendency to hoard should not be there. That is aparigraha. Then also in sloka number 421, Nirashiryata Chittatma Tyakta Sarva Parigraha Shariram Kevalam Karma Kurvannapnoti Kilbisham. Like that Krishna said. So there also Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. He is talking about somebody who has mastered his body, mind, and senses. Nirashir Yata Chittatma, he says. So, doing things only to sustain the body, because it is a duty of a person to sustain the body. Talking about a sannyasi there. And so, Tyakta Sarva Parigraha. Only a sannyasi it can apply. To others, it can't apply. If it applies to others, then the society will just perish. So, it's not possible, right? So, you need all the people to sustain society. So, this is a gradual growth process. And so, they're talking about sannyasi. Tyakta Sarva Parigraha, like that is said. Here also something similar. Now he is talking about what happens to these people. What is the benefit of this upasana that is being talked about? Look at that. Surya dvarena te virajaha prayanti yatra amritaha sa purusho hyavyayatma. That is what the Moolam says. So here is Bhagavan Bhaashyakara is explaining. And these upasakas, what are they going to get? Surya dvarena prayanti. Prayanti is the verb there. Okay. Prayanti. Prayanti means they travel. What is Shankara saying prayanti? Did we read that?
No.
No, we did not read. Okay, that's fine. Prayanti means travel. He's going to explain later. He's going to travel. All right. Who are these people? They travel Surya dvarena. Surya upalakshitena. Hey, Surya dvarena means what? Hey, the marga, patha, Surya dvarena patha. That patha, that path, which is called Surya dwara, which is called as the doorway to the world of the sun, means the bright world, means the world. What is that? Uttarayanena. It is also called by the name Uttarayana. Okay. And in Bhagavad Gita, sloka number 826, Shukla Krishne Gati Hyete, like that we saw some time ago. Shukla Krishne Gati Hyete, 823. Jagata Shashvate Mate Ekaya Yatyana Vrittim Anyaya Vartate Punaha, like that we saw. Shukla Krishne Gati Hyete. So the Shukla Gati and Krishna Gati was talked about. Krishna Gati means what? There we saw. So Krishna Gati means going to Swarga is called Krishna Gati. Going to Swarga. Ekaya avartate. But that Swarga is something which you go but you return back. It's a vacation. It's a vacation. But what about the Shukla Gati? Shukla Gati is a travel to Swarga, but not ordinary Swarga, Brahmaloka, where you can get citizenship. You can migrate. You don't have to return back to Martyaloka. That is called Shukla Gati. Okay, why? What do you mean? Shine Punya Martyalokam Vishanti, Krishna had said in the Bhagavad Gita. After Punyam is exhausted, you have to come. Yeah, it is always there. But the possibility of getting citizenship is there. The possibility of listening to Brahma Vidya in Brahmaloka by Sakshat Brahmaji is very much there. Don't give up that possibility. Okay, if you take that option, then you don't have to return to Martyaloka. Straight away moksha from there. That is there. But there is a chance that I goof off in Brahmaloka also. Then we have a problem. Okay. So that Shukla Gati, Krishna Gati was talked about. So here also Uttarayana Margaha. Okay, indicated by the word Surya here. And that is referring to that Shukla Gati, the bright path, Krishna means dark, So Shukla Gati is referred to by the Surya Dwara. And so that Uttarayana, normally we use the word Uttarayana. So when January comes, then the days are getting longer, and that solstice, that part onwards, the 6 months of travel of the earth is called Uttarayanam. Travel of the earth, travel of the sun also. And so, but really speaking, Uttarayanam, the name it gets because of the name of the deity. Name of the deity, Devata, is Uttarayana. And that is why it gets the name Uttarayana. Not because of that particular time. Even though we always use it for the time, January, so-and-so time. So, but really, Uttarayana, here the context is that the Devata that guides this Upasaka is called Uttarayana Devata. That's the idea. So Surya Dwarena, Uttarayanena means guided by the Uttarayana Devata. Like that, it should be understood. Surya Upalakshitena. Palakshanam. Palakshanam means it is given a name Surya. Don't take it literally. Don't take it as though the sun is just dropping all its work and coming to you and then taking you and all that. Don't take it like that. Surya upalakshitena. It is called Surya because, brightness everybody wants. Surya is a good thing. And so Surya upalakshitena. This is the benefit. And then what else? Te virajaha. Those people who are virajaha. Rajas means impurity in this case. Impurity. Sattva pradhanaha they are. So they are free of all this agitation, all these likes and dislikes that are there. They are not affected by the likes and dislikes. Those people who are free from this rajas and therefore who are kshina punya papa karmanaha. Okay. Kshena punya papa karmanaha. So punya papa, punya papa for them is kshinaha. Kshinaha means removed, which is strange because if you do upasanam, you get a lot of punyam. That is why you are going to this big lokas. But Shankaracharya says kshina punya papa karmanaha means they are almost free. You should not take free. Almost free from all the punya and papa except for the punya needed to go to Brahmaloka. Punya is needed to go to Brahmaloka. But after that, they don't need any more punya. Punya is not needed anymore after that because that's the final destination. And so that's why he says Kshina Punya Papa Karmanaha, referring to the people. Karmanaha referring to the people who are free from Punya Papa Karma. Santaha ityartaha. Santaha, being of that nature. Santaha here does not mean sant and all that. Sannyasis and all. Don't take it like that. Santaha in asdhat, being of this nature of virajaha. Those people. We saw this word virajaha. Kathopanishad 2.3.18. If you want, you can make a note. 2.3.18. Mrityu proktam nachiketo thalabdhva. Yama is telling in that section. Vidyam etam yoga vidim cha kritsnam. He started teaching Brahma Vidya. He taught Nachiketa Agni. He taught Upasanam, everything. Yama is just impressed by this Nachiketa. Brahma prapto virajo bhut vimrityuhu anyopyeyam yo vidadhyatmameva. Like that he says that. So there also uses the word virajaha, referring to Nachiketa or anybody else of that type, like that he's saying.
The
All right.
homa the sannyasis do before taking.
Yeah. Prayanti. Prakarshena yanti. We need to read that, I think. Yeah, let's read that. Prayanti.
Prayanti.
Prakarshena yanti.
Prakarshena yanti.
Yatra.
Yatra.
Yasmin.
Yasmin.
Satyalokadau.
Satyalokanam.
Satyalokadau.
Satyalokanau.
Amritaha.
Amritaha.
Saha purushaha.
Saha purushaha.
Prathamajaha.
Prathamajaha.
Hiranyagarbhaha hi.
Hiranyagarbhaha hi.
Avyayatma.
Avyayatma.
Avyayasvabhavaha.
Avyayasvabhavaha.
Yavat samsarasthayi.
Yavat samsarasthayi.
Etadantaha.
Etadantaha.
Tu.
Tu.
Samsaragatayaha.
Samsaragatayaha.
Aparavidyagamyaha.
Aparavidyagamyaha.
Yeah. So prayanti, that word has come, the verb. in this mantra. So this tapashraddhe ye prayanti. Prayanti means what? Prakarshena yanti. They go. And prakarshena yanti. They go comfortably. They go certainly. They go without any problem. Because Upasanam was done. And that is the benefit Shastram tells of the Upasanam. They go. Guarantee is there. Nobody will stop you at the customs and then ask you all kinds of questions. What India, what tariff, this, that. All this they won't ask. Prakarshena yanti. They'll just go smooth. No questions asked. Green lane. They have all these lanes. Red lane, green lane. You go on the green lane. Okay? And so, Prakarshena yanti. Yatra yasmin satyalokadau. And where do they go? Yatra. Where? Yasmin. Where? To these lokas. Satyalokadau. Okay. They go to Brahmaloka. Or they can go to other lokas also, depending on the upasanam that was done. And, there is taratamyam in everything, There is a gradation in everything. And so, some loka, some Satya loka means Brahma loka. Adav, Adi means other lokas are also there, which are also good. And so, all those lokas, Satya loka, etc., Amritaha sa Purushaha. But Satya loka is special, which is what the rest of the mantra is telling. Amritaha saha Purushaha Pratamajaha Hiranyagarbhaha Asti. You have to put the word Vartate or Asti somewhere there. Means there is somebody who is there. That loka is not an ordinary loka, Brahma loka. Brahma loka is called Brahma loka because Brahmaji is there. So that Brahmaji, that Purushaha, who is that Purushaha? Pratamajaha. Pratamajaha. We know who Pratamajaha is. What is the first mantra of this Upanishad? Brahma Devanam Prathamas Sambhavuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sad Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtam Atharvaya Jeshta Putraya Praha. Okay, that's how the mantra, the Upanishad started. Brahma started teaching like that, it said. That Prathamajaha. Prathamajaha means that is the other name for Brahmaji. The firstborn, who is also called Hiranyagarbha. Vedanta language, Hiranyagarbha. In Puranas, you may not find this word, Hiranyagarbha. Brahmaji, you will find Chaturmukha Brahma and all you will find. But here, Hiranyagarbha. Saha Purushaha. Who is Amritaha? Who is Amritaha? Amritaha means Martya Rahitaha. Mrita Rahitaha. Mritam na vidyate yasya. The one for whom death is not there is called Amritaha. But that is relative. Apekshikam. Brahmaji also. Brahmaji's life is a long life. Very, very long life. We saw that calculation when we studied the Bhagavad Gita. But so, for all practical purposes, you can say Brahmaji is Amritaha. He Avyayatma. He is somebody who doesn't have any Vyaya. Vyaya means again change, decline, nothing. Such a thing is not there for Brahmaji. Avyayatma. His name is Avyayatma. And Shankara is saying Avyaya Swabhavaha. Okay, Avyaya Swabhavaha, of the nature of Avyaya, means of the nature of not changing, deathlessness, eternality. Okay, Avyaya Swabhavaha, eternal, you can say. But then you have to ask the question, wait a minute, how can any particular form be eternal? It's not possible. However exalted the position is, every position is a position only. And so, Yavat Samsara Sthayi. As long as the person is there in that particular great exalted position, that's what he's saying. As long as, please put it within brackets, qualified. Yavat Samsara Sthayi. Even Brahmaji, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, Aharyat Brahmano Viduhu, Ratrim Yuga Sahasrantam. Tehoratra Vidojana. We saw that in shloka number 817. Mantra, chapter number 8. Akshara Brahma Yoga, Akshara Brahma Yoga is an odd man out chapter in the Bhagavad Gita. It is the only chapter that is not directly connected to Brahma Vidya. It is talking about this other worlds and Brahma and things like that. So there it was said that lifespan of this Brahmaloka, Brahmaji was said. And so, because it is so long, he is as good as Amritaha. That's what people want. People want Amritatvam, not through knowledge. Through other means they want. Okay, you want it through other means. This is the other means for Amritam. Atma is already Amritam. You can't make Atma Amritam. But I am desperately trying to make this body Amritam. What to do? You say there is an option. Yes, this is the way to do it. Good. Yetadantaha tu samsara gatayaha apara vidya gamyaha. This is what Satish Ji was saying. Yetadantaha tu samsara gatayaha. Are you talking about Paravidya or Aparavidya? Please tell me. Dve vidye veditavye parachaiva paracha visa. Two things, there are two knowledges. Knowledge of Anatma is there, knowledge of Atma is there. Where am I? If you are intent on Aparavidya, then Aparavidya gamyaha. Where can Aparavidya take you? Aparavidya gamyaha. And where can it take you? Etadantaha, samsara gataya. It is all called samsara only, samsara gati only. Wherever you go, whichever loka you go, it is part of samsara only. You have never escaped that samsara. Which is what? Which is this cause effect? Wherever cause effect is there samsara is, that is the samsara. That is the characteristic of samsara. Samsara gatayaha etadantaha. Etadantaha means what? This Brahmalokantaha. Etad means this. This means what? This thing that is being described now. Brahmaloka being described. Etadantaha. Until this, it is all the way from the life I know right now. And anything less also, Kida, all this animal life, plant life and all, if you know, then that also you bring. All the way from here, all the way to Brahmaloka. It's all samsara gatayaha. Samsara includes all these things. Like that he's saying. Okay. Gati. Gati means time and space. As long as time and space is involved in what you're doing, then you're talking about karma phalam. You did something karma and then you got some karma phalam. Karma phalam cannot be infinite because karma is not infinite. Karma is finite, therefore result also is going to be finite. So he's going to tell more. Now the commentary is there. Look at that. The mantra commentary is over. Now we are going to enter what is called Purva Paksha Siddhanta. Purva Paksha is going to come and say, let's read that. Okay, let's read that. Nanu Yetam Moksham Ichanti Kechit. Yeah, we'll pause there. The Purva Pakshi is saying, Nano. Nano means what? I beg to differ. They say, I beg to differ, I beg to differ. I beg to differ means it's a polite way of saying I disagree with you. What you said is all wrong. That is what is the meaning of Nano. I beg to differ with you. Why do you beg to differ with me? Yetam moksham ichanti kechit. Hey, many people, this is the moksha they want. Going to Swarga is the ultimate. It is the Rasagulla of life. And you're just spoiling the whole show. Upasana people are getting not just ordinary loka, bhuhu, bhuvaha, suvaha, mahaha, janaha, tapaha, satyam. You've taken all the way to satyam. And you are saying, Brahmaji's life is also temporary and all. You're using all these words. So apashakunam it is. It's all not good to hear at all. I don't agree with you. You're not. I don't agree with you. Yeta moksham icchanti kechit. People want this kind of moksha only. Okay. Do you get that or no? That's what he's saying. Because that is it. Moksham is going to heaven. That's why every religion offers heaven as their end. And they say our heaven is the unique heaven. Your heaven is all, they are temporary. It's all on the way, the bus stops on the way, and then you can have some tea, coffee, and bhaji, pakoda, and all that. And after that, the bus will move on. It can't keep on staying there. You have to move on to the destination. So our heaven is the destination. Your heavens are all this pakoda people, pakoda station. Okay, like that they say. And so whole religions are built on this, built on heaven. Because nobody is clear about heaven, they just get away with all these things. And you go to my heaven, some fellow comes on the street and he stands and says, "Hey, papigale, all you papis." And you don't know, you're all clueless people. He's just sitting with a book in his hand and then screaming. And I don't know what we have just converted people who are normal people into totally abnormal people. Religion creates abnormal people. That is also true. There's a big discussion on that. Religion converts normal people into abnormal people, standing in the streets and shouting. And he says, "Look, he is not the prophet. I am the latest. I am the latest." क्या बोला क्या बोलता है तू? I am the latest. That is, God has amended. He is the constitution. God has amended what he said, and he sent me to communicate that to all of you. Like that he says. So this is keeping people very busy, this going to heaven business. And so now the time has come, Shankaracharya is saying, it's time to refute this idea of moksha is equal to going to heaven. Okay. Already he's introduced it, right? Already he said, Etadantaha tu samsara gatayaha aparavidya gamyaha, he said. But that sentence is going to be explained by introducing this Purva Pakshi, Nanu etam moksham icchanti. All right, let's see. We saw this in Kathopanishad also. We saw this kind of mantra was there. 2, 3, 16, Shatanchaika, etc. was there. So how that Hridayasya Nadyaha. So the Sushumna Nadi, through the Sushumna Nadi to Sahasrara, then the person, the Jiva goes to Brahmaloka. All this we saw, right? 2, 3, 16. So it is prized. It is what people live for. People are religious for that sake only. And you can't just rubbish all these things. Okay? Like that, he has said. And even our Nachiketa's second boon, what was the second boon of Nachiketa? Hey, people want to go to heaven. You tell me how I can go back to earth and tell people how they can go to heaven, go to Swargaloka. That was his question. Okay. That was his question. Clean he was. What is it? Swarge loke na kinchanasti. Natatratvam na jaraya bibheti. Hey, why do people want to go to Swarga? Nee, you are not there. Natatratvam na jaraya bibheti. There is no question of old age and all that. Aging and all is not there in Swarga. Like that, we have Nachiketa is telling. So, etad dvitiyena varena. So tell me how I can tell people how they can go to heaven. Like that he said. So all that is very clear. Even in Upanishad it talks about. And so we have this idea. Vaikunta Ekadasi is there. Very big. Very, very big among Vishishtadvaitis, Vaishnavas. And though going to Vaikuntham is the thing. They live for it. They die for it. Okay. And so you can't just say like this and walk away. Vaikunta Ekadasi means that particular Dhanurmasa, it comes in December, January time frame. And the Ekadasi of the Shukla Pakshaha, some story is there where some Rakshasa was there And then this Vishnu created out of Maya, he created this Devi called Yoga Maya, called Ekadashi. Her name also is Ekadashi. And then said, go take care of this Asura. And she did. And then people and all the devas were freed from the tyranny of this Asura. The Murasura or something, I forget the name. And then that particular day was devoted, and that came in that Dhanurmasa, Vaikuntha Ekadasi. And at that on that day, you are qualified to go to heaven. You can qualify yourself to go to heaven. So all these temples, Vishnu temples, they have right next to the Pradhana Devata, Molavar Pakatala. So they have a door. They open the door just on that day, correct? And then symbolically people go through that door. I'm going to Vaikuntha, like that. That idea is there. So this is a big thing. This is a very big thing. And you're rubbishing it just like that. It's not. We can't accept it. But then let's see what Shankaracharya responds. The next whole paragraph is all about refuting this. Okay. Vijay Sethi ji, go ahead and unmute yourself. Na na
न
iha eva
इह एव
sarve
सर्वे
praviliyanti kamaha
प्रविलीयन्ति कामाः
te
ते
sarvagam
सर्वगं
sarvatah prapya
सर्वतः प्राप्य
धीराः
धीराः
युक्तात्मानः
युक्तात्मानः
सर्वम् एव
सर्वम् एव
आविशन्ति
आविशन्ति
इत्यादि
इत्यादि
श्रुतिभ्यः
श्रुतिभ्यः
अप्रकरणात् च
अप्रकरणानश्च
very good. So now Bhagavan Shankaracharya is responding to the Purva Pakshi. So this is a simulation of a debate. A debate which is natural. It's somebody is going to ask this question. So it's a way of teaching us how to think about these things and how to strengthen our understanding of the Shastram. Because all the way it's understanding. Paravidya is understanding. Vidya means understanding. Aparavidya also understanding only. All the subjects we learnt all the way from day one onwards, it's all understanding. So here also, Shankaracharya, through this Purva Paksha Siddhanta Vadaha. So somebody asked the question, why Kathopanishad first, Mundakopanishad second? How come this is the order? Means this is the reason. The reason is in Kathopanishad, Mundakopanishad, this Purva Paksha Siddhanta is very limited. Very limited. Just comes occasionally. But as you keep going into the other Upanishads, Kena Upanishad, back and forth and back and forth. Okay, yadi manyase suvedeti daharameva pinonam tam vetta brahmano rupam. He's saying, if you think you know Brahman, you really do not know Brahman. That is what the Upanishad is saying. What kind of statement is this? Commentary is going on and on and on. Q&A, debate is going back and forth. So a bit advanced. So for us to enjoy that, we need to be prepared with all the other Upanishads also. That's the idea here. So here also, he's saying, this Swarga Prapti as moksha is really not supported by the Upanishads. Even though the Veda does talk about Swarga, and it's a great place to live, etc. But we agree that we don't deny that at all. But that it is moksha, you can't prove that to me. That is what Shankara is going to say. Okay. Why? Because again, same reason. Karma. You went to moksha because of your karma only, or no? Or because somebody else's karma? No, I only did all this upasanam. It is all my charity only. It is all I went out of the way and did lot of. I helped a lot of people and animals. I did all these things, and I gave charity to all these organizations who are growing trees and things like that. I only did it. Okay, good. So you only did all the karma. Therefore, this karma phalam belongs to you. How much karma phalam do you want? How much punyam do you want for all the work you did? Everybody is doing lot of work like you are doing. Everybody should get equal amount of punyam. No, I did a lot more. My friends and all I called, they did not come with me. They also did, but not as much as me. That means you want more punya than the other people, correct? You want more punya. Okay. So more less is there in this also. You did more so that you can get more. Okay, good. So that means karma phalam is limited. It is more maybe, but that more also will get exhausted. What are the 4 results of karma? What are the things you can get from karma? 4 things. The video is not frozen. I'm just waiting like this. That's all. Don't think Jaykumarji's video is frozen. Oh,
Atriptikaratvam.
Yeah.
no, not like that.
Product, product, transformation.
Utpadya. Product means
Utpadya.
utpadya.
Okay.
Then
Apyam.
transformation. Samskaryam.
Yeah, samskari.
Then Prasad.
Apyam.
Apyam and vikaryam.
Karyam.
These are the only 4 possibilities of karma. What are the 4 possibilities? Utpadyam. You can produce something that didn't exist before. You can produce, mix and match and make something. Like that's what we do in our kitchen. We produce something that did not exist. In that form, it did not exist. So that is called utpadyam. So the whole science and all helps with this utpadyam. Newer and newer gadgets are all coming. Utpadyam. Then what? Then vikaryam, samskaryam. Okay, samskaryam means just dusting things off, cleaning it off, and then taking your car, and then after 1 month, it's been going, and it is so dirty now. You just say tomorrow never comes. Finally, one day, Saturday, you say, I'm going to go. And then these days, car washes are there, especially in America. You just have to put the coin and then go through it. That's all. It will do all the job. Nothing to do. And all these machines come and then it is a bit scary. The first time it is a bit scary because a lot of noise and all that. We don't know the glass will break or not. You may get these kinds of fears. But once you do it once, that's it. And you come out after 5 minutes and then you just super clean it is. You feel so good. Don't think you bought a new car. Nobody thinks, oh, I bought a new car. No, it's not utpadyam. It is called samskaryam. Samskara, cleaning up. So all our samskaras also, human beings also, we also in this Vedic culture, we have so many different samskaras. Some 30 plus samskaras are there. Starting from Garbhadanam onwards, all the samskaras are there. So samskara means what? Refinement. All right. That is the other result of karma. Utpadyam, samskaryam, vikaryam. Vikaryam means changing completely. Changing its form completely. Like recycling. Do something, same thing, but then you want to make something out of it. Vikaryam, changing the form. And finally, 4th one, apyam. Apyam. Apyam means what? Hey, if you want to go from place A to place B, you have to expend effort. You have to spend some effort. Karma, only karma will give that kind of karma phalam. So, no utpadyam, nothing new is produced. Only smoke is produced, but nothing new is produced. No vikaryam, no samskaryam. Apyam. To go from place A to place B, karma. Karma also takes you from A to B. That is called apyam. These are the only 4 possibilities of karma. Karma phalam can only be of these 4 types. There is no fifth category. If you think of a fifth category, try to put it in one of these categories. That's all it is. That is all it is. That means it's very obvious karma phalam is finite. If you say going to heaven is a result of my punyam, my karma, I worked on it. If you say that's it, you are answering your own question. You worked on it, therefore you're getting what you want. You're getting proportionally. You know what is the commensurate? Well, what you get is commensurate to what you did. That is all it is. And so Shastra guarantees that. Commensurate result, it guarantees. But nowhere it says you will be there forever. Brahmaji himself is not permanent. Who are you to say you are going to be there permanently? Okay. That's the idea. Na iha eva sarve praviliyanti kamaha. And so Shankara is saying, A, all those things, kamaha, karma, karma phalam, etc. Iha eva sarve praviliyanti. Iha eva. Here itself, in this bhuloka, right now, at this very moment that you and I are talking and doing things, right now itself, there is a possibility of getting moksha. Like that Shastram is saying, I'm not saying, this is Mundakopanishad 3.2.2, it's going to come. Like that, he's quoting some mantras. He can quote lots of mantras, but he's just giving a sample and say, hey, when the Shastram says here itself you can get moksha, how can you say going to heaven alone is moksha? And I can tell you, not only going to heaven is not moksha, that also I can tell you. Going to heaven is desirable, all right. According to you, it is desirable, but I might prove to you it is not desirable also. You're only delaying moksha. That's what I will say. Why? Because iha means here itself. At this moment itself, it is possible to get moksha. Like that, Shastra tells. Like that, he is now refuting the idea that going to Swarga is moksha. Okay, we'll continue this discussion. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om